Hello there, and thank you for tuning into this screencast. I'm Rex Proctor. In this screencast, we're going to take a look at clip zooms. By now, you've already realized that Angles supports zooming. If you hover over a section in the movie and you want to zoom, you just simply scroll up and down using your mouse or trackpad. If you want to pan, you hold Shift and click and drag inside of that view. So very, very easy. That's great, but it's very manual. You may want to set up a clip for presentation that does that zoom automatically. So let's look for something interesting here. Okay, they're coming over here. Let's create a clip. And I want to focus in on what's happening in this part of the ground. And I just want to focus in on this little play right there. I select the clip. I zoom and pan as I want it set, control click or right click in the movie angle and set zoom to current view. Now that will lock that in for that view. And you notice that there's hashing here, and that indicates that the clip is either flicked and locked from another angle or you have a clip zoom applied to it. If we double click to play it, you'll see that it jumps straight into the zoom that I set for the total duration. Now that's great. Great for doing a presentation, makes life a lot easier. However, what if I want the camera to move? This is fine for a 4K fixed camera, but if the camera is already moving, you may want to make some adjustments to that, or you may want to track some play in a 4K view. So let's create another clip here just right next to it, and let's look at keyframing zooms. So I select the clip, and underneath the menu in the movie collection is the Edit Zooms. And that opens up our keyframe editor, or our zoom editor as we like to call it. So by creating a zoom rectangle, by clicking on the plus, I can adjust how that is going to appear when the movie is played back. So to move a zoom rectangle, you click and drag from any of the sides, and to resize, you click and drag from any of the corners. So let's have a look. So I have one selected, and I just want to make sure I keep the ball in there. So we'll have it zoom in to right there. It's going to zoom in from full to number 1. Click away from number 1 so it's not selected. Drag the cursor down, and then we'll set a second zoom. Now the second zoom will take on the same size as the first zoom, so that's kind of a convenient thing, so you don't have to resize it all the time. And then we're going to click away from that and then move along, and we got to make a minor adjustment here. We'll add the third one in, and we'll take it a little bit further down. Now if you want to have a preview of this, you can just double click on the clip, and that will show you what's going to happen in preview. Click away from that. And now at the end of this clip zoom right here, it's going to start to zoom back out. So what we want to do is we want it to hold that zoom position for that duration. We don't want it to zoom out immediately. So we're going to move that, and we'll just have it kind of float in there. And then we'll just do one last little thing right at the end, click away, and then we'll have it zoom in way over here just to show some effect there. So that will come in right at the end there. Okay, let's close that. And now when we play the clip back, it's going to zoom and pan with the ball, with keeping the ball in and all the zooms that you did. And then right at the end, it's going to then zoom over to that smaller rectangle in the bottom left and then kick back out. So that's how you do clip zooms. Now while we're here, I'll show you one last thing, and is that you can duplicate. So let's go ahead and remove our zooms here. So you can remove that by right clicking on the clip and then removing those positions, and we're going to right click on the movie and we're going to duplicate the angle. This is great to do with fixed 4K footage. So we'll align those, we'll hit 00 to whack those in on average, and now we'll zoom in here, say for this part on this side, and let's go back to this clip because that's that clip that I used before. So we are zooming in there. I'm going to lock that in there, set the zoom to the current view, and then over here I want to see what's going on in this side of the ground. Let's just zoom right in there and right click and lock that in, set zoom to current view. And now if we zoom both of those out and we double click to play, both of those will be zoomed in, and the duplication didn't cost you any extra disk space. So very, very handy. And you can do your zooms to pan and move around as well with that. And you still have angle flicking too, so you can still flick your angles.